If eBay did away with discounted shipping for USPS, how would that impact you as a reseller and reselling in general? So I want to talk to you about that on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. And as I mentioned on the other side, the question came up on Friday on the live stream about the loss of USPS discounts for shipping. Now, I didn't know anything about it at the time. Of course, I like to do a little research after the fact, after I'm asked the question. I try to get back to you guys. And Ina Steiner from E-commerce Bytes put out an article, I believe yesterday or early today. This is being recorded on Saturday. And the article talked about how there was a contact with Louis DeJoy, that's the Inspector General of the U.S. Postal Service. And there was a statement that the discounted shipping program for certain companies that's extended to like stamps.com and Pitney Bowes, there's a possibility that's going to come to an end due to some apparently there's been some abuse of the program within those systems, and it's costing, it's ultimately the idea is it's costing the U.S. Postal Service a lot of money. And of course the U.S. Postal Service is, you know, they are a nonprofit government subsidized entity, and you know, they're losing money for a number of reasons. You can talk about pensions, you can talk about the union shop that they have that's driving up wages, benefits and things like that. And not to say that those postal carriers don't deserve it. We rely on those folks all the time, and I'm grateful for the service that they provide to us. I mean, they come to my house and pick up my packages, so that's definitely saving me a 5-mile trip each way to my post office. And of course, not to even mention the line that you'd have to stand in once you get there. So I definitely don't want to minimize what the folks of the Postal Service, what they do. And it's easy to try to line it up as a money grab. It's been known for a while that the post office has been losing a lot of money. And I think this is just one of those considerations that is going to possibly happen. And I think it probably will, because let's look at it. Let's just consider, look at everything around you right now. Everything's going up in price. If we're just dealing with the cost of fuel, okay? The post office, they have to put fuel in their trucks. They have to fly your packages in some cases, depending on how you're shipping it. This all costs more money. Now, it's unclear what the impact of this is going to be. There's not a real, there's not a lot of transparency coming out about it. And even when Ina reached out to the Postal Service, they weren't really forthcoming with exactly who was going to be 100% affected and who wasn't, right? There's an indication that stamps.com and Pitney Bowes is going to be affected. These are these third-party companies that, you know, they make some type of commission, for what I understand, on the labels that they run. And I don't know how they've abused the system. I really don't. Maybe someone can comment down below. But there's enough abuse in the system over time that they've deemed that it's just detrimental to their program. But I think there's more to it than that. Of course, look at what eBay does. You know, eBay's looking for ways to increase fees. And a lot of companies are like that, right? And the U.S. Postal Service is no different. And I think this is just one way possibly to increase fees. Look how busy they are. Go to the post office. Look at the bins at your local post office and tell me they're not busy. I mean, at the, let's say 4 o'clock hour, 5 o'clock hour, right before they close, go and check out how many packages they have sitting where people don't even have time to wait in line. That's how busy they are. My carrier comes to my door and says, you know, I'm glad you didn't have a whole lot to ship today because I don't have room in my truck. There's a lot of resellers like myself that have a pickup as well. And it's just, there's a lot of demand. And a demand, even though it's slow right now for a lot of you with sales, there's still a lot of demand on the post office. And come Q4, it's that demand is going to be even more. Now, the question is, you know, we're talking Pitney Bowes, stamps.com, What about those other sites? You know, Shippo, of course, the popular one. I use it a lot. Pirate Ship. How are they going to be affected? Now, a lot of people are saying that they doubt that that's going to be affected. They doubt eBay is going to be affected. Amazon's already come out to say that they're not going to be affected. I don't know how eBay is going to be affected. I don't know how Pirate Ship is going to be affected. And it would be very good if both companies would come out and say, here's what's happening and what's not. My thought is that they're probably up in the air about it as well. They probably haven't been notified. And it's hard to comment either way on something if your company hasn't been notified. Pirate Ship has been very good about announcing changes in their fare structure, good or bad, ahead of time as soon as they know. So I doubt that they know. And from what I've researched, if you go and Google it, Pitney Bowes has partnered with Pirate Ship at some time ago. I don't know exactly how long ago. And I did do some reading. We have people saying that eBay is also powered by Pitney Bowes. So it just, to me, it doesn't make sense. If Pitney Bowes is definitely earmarked for losing their contract for these discounted rates, and they extend the services over to eBay and to Pirate Ship, well, then of course you would think that both of those companies would be negatively affected, and or they would have to find another way to deliver those discounted rates. For me, I'm kind of on the fence on this. My first reaction was, there's no way they're going to do this. They're going to kill a lot of their business if eBay is not able to provide discounted rates and labels like Amazon is. They're going to be behind the 8 ball. You're not going to be able to go to Pirate Ship to get those discounted rates. If what I think is happening, and that is Pitney Bowes, who's aligned with Pirate Ship, and I believe is aligned with eBay, correct me if I'm wrong down below, if that happens, it is going to hurt some resellers. And probably, like always, it's the smaller resellers that get hurt when things like this happen. Now, I took some time to take a look at some of my outstanding orders that I haven't shipped yet on eBay. And if you want to do that as well, go and check some of your packages, some of your items that we're talking that would be shipped by like priority mail, right? See what, if you're a top rated seller, you can get a discount, and it should be in green underneath the different options. For the majority of my packages, eBay's only given me a 15% discount with my top rated seller status, which is in line with Pirate Ship offers. I think I had one package that was offering me like a 20% savings. Just depends on where it's going, the zone, the weight, the size. All that matters in the overall rate and the discount that you're able to get with eBay or Pirate Ship. And so on the surface, it seems like a shocker, right? Like, wow, right? But it's 15%, 15 to 20%. And that's kind of in line with inflation, don't you think? So I don't have an answer to this question because, the U.S. Postal Service isn't being 100% clear about it either. Sure, there's backroom negotiations. Sure, the moment the rumor came out about it, these companies were on the horn with the Postmaster General and trying to work something out. And I'm sure eBay knows this type of thing is detrimental to their business model. But yeah, just want to ask that question that I posed to you at the beginning of the video. Your rates for shipping go up 15 to 20% from the discounts that you're currently enjoying right now. How does that affect your reselling? Right now, I think we might be in that little period where here are the discounted rates that we're getting, and there might come a time down the road, and who knows how long it is before that happens, where we're not going to enjoy those discounted rates anymore, and it's just going to be a little bit more difficult to succeed and to pass on discounts to your buyers. And for me, it's one of those things where you just have to, increase. Everyone's going to be increasing the prices. I mean, it's already happening in the retail sector, and it really hasn't hit eBay yet. And once we get those increased costs that are passed on to us, in order to survive, we're going to have to increase and go with the flow, increase our costs, especially if you're charging no shipping, you're just doing the free shipping model. You're going to see prices of these same items going up across the board because, at some point you're going to be selling items and making less profit if you don't do that. So guys, comment down below. I want to hear what you think on this. Again, I don't have an answer to this question. It's one of those things we're going to have to wait and see. But, in this business, you're going to have to adjust. You have to adjust if you want to survive. And I think those that do survive, it's going to be because they adjust. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit that notification bell so when I go live, I like to do that at least once a week, or make a video like this, you can be on top of it. So guys, rumors and the actuality of rate increases, it's the common theme with reselling, happens all the time. And I don't know if it's going to happen or not where we lose our USPS discounts. Maybe it's just limited to certain platforms that Pitney Bowes utilizes. Maybe it's going to wipe out pirate ship. Maybe it's going to take out the discounts that you're used to seeing on eBay for eBay labels. And real quick, if you are shipping anything over 3 pounds or 3 pounds or more, consider USPS ground, maybe even FedEx ground. You're going to save in the long run as compared to shipping USPS priority mail for packages 3 pounds or more. Take my word for it. Ship out all kinds of packages. If you're shipping heavier items, the discounts are already out there. You're already saving money if you go with UPS ground and FedEx ground versus USPS priority mail on those larger packages. So adjusting your prices, adapting to changes to costs like this, it's simply just another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you very soon.